Has anybody ever really honestly thought that the CW's Barry Allen was actually the fastest man alive? I mean, I know he says he is at the beginning of like every episode.
My name is Barry Allen, and I am the fastest man alive.
Are you sure about that?
And he's been shown doing some pretty impressive things like catching bullets, running on water, and shutting down tornadoes, but then he goes and gets his ass stomped by literally every other speedster on the show. For f***'s sake, what happened to him being the fastest man alive? It's almost pathetic. Like his counterpart in the comics is capable of running well over the speed of light, and even gave himself powers. This Barry's so slow, he can't even avoid a fucking camera.
I had a camera installed right by your cell. And when I checked that camera, I learned who you truly are. You're the Flash.
Hell, we're 4 seasons in, and we're still seeing Barry struggle with his speed. The hell is wrong with these writers? Like, when are we actually gonna see this guy doing anything cool? Well, I guess I stand corrected. Apparently, according to episode 15, titled Flash Time, the CW's version of Barry Allen is capable of moving so fast he's able to hold multiple conversations, walk casually, and throw lightning, all while a nuclear bomb is in the process of exploding. Well, hot damn, I guess he really does deserve that fastest man alive title after all. But now the question is, just how fast is Barry to be able to do all that? Well, first things first, we need to know exactly how long Barry was running around doing all that stuff he was doing in Flash Time. Now, I know it's tempting to just use real time to figure this out and call it a day, but we can't actually do that. The reason is because everything in the episode is taking place at a faster rate than it is in real time. For example, starting from the beginning of the events of the episode, it takes Barry 24 minutes and 57 seconds in real time to get to his meeting with Iris. But according to the text we see at the beginning of the episode, it really only took him 8 minutes and 49 seconds to go talk with Iris. So clearly everything we're seeing in the episode is being sped up. But by how much? Well, if it takes 24 minutes and 57 seconds, or 1,497 seconds, in real time for the episode to catch up to Barry's meeting with Iris, when it really only should take about 8 minutes and 49 seconds, or 529 seconds, then simple math tells us that the events of the episode are taking place 2.83 times faster than how they're being presented to us. And now that we know that, we can take the real world amount of time Barry spent in Flash Time and divide it by the 2.83 multiplier to find the actual in-universe time Barry was running around to find his speed. Starting from when he ran over to grab the detonator up to the point when we see everybody fall over at normal speeds, I counted that it took exactly 20 minutes and 20 seconds in real time. Factoring in our new multiplier, this means that in-universe, Barry was really in Flash Time for only about 7 in-universe minutes. Now normally this is the part where I would take Barry's time in Flash Time and divide that by the time it takes a nuclear bomb to go off to find out how much faster Barry is than a nuke, but we can't actually do that, considering that doing this would tell us that Barry's hundreds of times faster than light. Which sounds nice, and definitely seems possible, but given what all we're told and what we actually get to see in this episode, that can't be true for a number of reasons. Now I'm willing to wave some of it away, like the fact that Barry shouldn't be able to see the light the bomb gives off the way Cisco describes it because of the Doppler effect, but like I said, I can ignore that, if only because it could get confusing trying to show something like that on screen, and you could always just say the Speed Force helps Barry see things normally or whatever. The real problem is that nothing we see on screen behaves like it would if Barry were running faster than light. Like the nuclear bomb's light changes colors over time, just like Cisco said it would, albeit very slowly, and it's mentioned by Jessie at one point that she and Barry aren't able to evacuate the city during Flash Time.
We won't make it outside the city before it explodes.
But we can't run everyone outside the city.
Wait a minute, why can't they? See, when you're moving at light speed, time for you basically doesn't exist, like it's totally frozen.
If you hit the speed of light, which we don't know how to do yet, but if you ever hit the speed of light, then time stops.
So even though Barry, Jessie, and Jay are only in Flash Time for a few minutes, to them, it would be basically like an eternity.
Oh my god, you're burning up.
I've been at this for a while. For me.
They should easily be able to evacuate Central City, so this whole thing from Jessie about not being able to evacuate the city is total nonsense. So long story short, there's no way anybody in this episode's moving faster than light. Instead, what it looks like we're seeing is an episode-long demonstration of time dilation, or the difference between elapsed time as measured by 2 different observers due to some factor outside of human or technological error, like differences in gravity or velocity. Think about it like Planet of the Apes, like how Charlton Heston and his crew traveled at near light speeds and therefore experienced time at a much slower rate than everyone else on Earth. It's the same thing with Flash Time. Barry, Jessie, and Jay were moving so quickly, time for them slows down relative to everyone else. So if we're going to figure out how fast Barry's moving, we need to use the formula for time dilation. Dilated time, in this case meaning the time Barry spent in Flash Time, equals the stationary time, or the time spent by everybody not in Flash Time, times what's known as the Lorentz factor, 1 divided by the square root of 1 minus our velocity squared divided by the speed of light squared. Now as I mentioned earlier, in universe, Barry's in Flash Time for about 7 minutes, or 400 431 seconds. And we know that a nuclear bomb takes slightly less than a microsecond to detonate, or 0.0000008 seconds. Plugging in both those numbers gives us this. Now remember, we're trying to solve for v, so we need to clean this up a bit. We can start by multiplying each side by the square root of 1 minus v squared divided by c squared, which will cancel it out on the right side and move it over to the left, giving us this. Afterwards, we can divide each side by 431 to cancel it out on the left, giving us this. Or if we finalize the math on the right side, it'll look more like this. Now we can square both sides to cancel out that square root, giving us this. But now we need to get rid of that 1 there, so let's add v squared divided by c squared to both sides and subtract 0.000000000000000003445 from both sides to get the following. And after finalizing that bit of math, we get this. Don't worry guys, we're almost done. Now let's find the square root of both sides to cancel out this bit here, which gives us this. And finally, we multiply both sides by c, giving us Barry's final speed during flash time, which according to all that math is approximately 99.9999999999999827775% the speed of light. That's about 670,616,629 miles per hour, or about 482,469,193 kilometers an hour, or about Mach 874,030. Damn, 99% the speed of light, like pretty much a hair under light speed. This dude's fast as boy. I mean, I still remember the days when he was struggling to get past Mach 2.
What's the fastest Barry's run?
A little over Mach 2 when he ran back in time.
Now I'm actually really excited to see how much faster Barry gets as the show goes on, and how they choose to portray that on screen. Like, we could get more visually interesting episodes, or we could see Barry do crazier and crazier things. But no matter how fast he gets, at least we can always count on one thing: he'll still somehow be slower than that week's bad guy. But anyways guys, that's my take on how fast Barry was moving during flash time. If you guys agreed with anything I said in this video, or if you have your own thoughts you want to throw out there, then go ahead and let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, I will see you all next time. Hey, thanks for watching. If you like this video, then go ahead and click that like button, and if you're new, maybe consider clicking that subscribe button too. I've also got links to my Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and Patreon in the description. You should probably check those out too. And if you want to see more of my content, then you can click the link to my last video. It's right there in the middle of your screen. Alright, and I will see you all next time.